Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome in to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers and 100% RC with us. What's going on, fellas?
Is it Tuesday?
It's Tuesday. Yep. That's what day it is.
It's hard to keep up with them sometimes.
Man, tell me about it. It feel like my days just run in with each other. So if I gotta work, I really don't keep up with the day.
We can agree on that.
You know, it is what it is. But you know, I know everybody asking where Voice of the Fans at. They haven't been going live on Fridays. Hey, life, kids, other things, Christmas time, you know.
Yeah, it's that time of the year.
Busiest time of the year, no doubt about that. I'm looking for the game picks. I think I forgot to upload it. While I'm looking for it, Flowers, how your day? How your day been going?
So far, so good, man. It's been a long one, but I'm used to it. Like I'm nonstop all day, back and forth. So
Yes, same here. I kind of woke up late this morning, so you know that feeling. Start my day off rushing. Ran the RC and I tried to dodge him, but he got me at the dock. He didn't say too much, but he got me at the dock while I loading up.
But I'm being humble, man. I ain't doing nothing. I just minding my business.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yep. Ain't no need to be cocky and arrogant and get knocked out like Mike Tyson and then have to hear you tell me about Buster Douglas. So I'm just gonna be cocky.
You're just gonna wait and see type thing. You're just gonna let the game speak for itself. Well, speaking of letting the game speak for themselves, the game picks. We had a little shake up in the standings. I know a couple of y'all guys took chances. Gatwood, T. Wright. So let's see what the game picks looking like. Let me get a little music started here. All right. Gatwood still in the lead by 5 games over Swift. T. Wright coming up right behind him with Flowers, then RC. RC, you dropped off, man. You were hooping and hollering like, man, you see what I did? You see what I did? But now, you know, you're struggling. Well, you're not struggling. You're just hanging in there now.
I'm trying to move up still.
Yeah, Flowers said, I ain't staying at the bottom very long. You got me messed up. So this week, Gatwood went 12-4. T. Wright went 11-5. Swift went 11-5. RC went 11-5. Flowers went 10-6. So it ain't too shabby.
Yeah, I had a bad week.
Yeah, no, it was the week before that. You know, it was pretty bad for you. The other week prior to that, it was bad for RC. So
yeah, I'm gonna get back up there. Just gotta have a
man. We got 2 weeks. 2 weeks now. 2 weeks to make things right. Oh, we lost Flowers. So let's go ahead and dive. Oh, he came back. Go ahead and dive into these games. All right.
These games have been messed up because the teams that's supposed to win ain't winning.
Right.
Falcons, you sorry son. Every week, Falcons screwing me over. Done with them.
And yeah, they ruined both my parlays. Both of them. I thought that was just a
Who,
shoe
Atlanta?
in. Yeah, Atlanta, they in there playing
Yeah.
for the playoffs. They out here losing games to the Carolina, who's playing for nothing. So that's just
They
playing
make a
crazy to
change
me.
at quarterback also.
Oh, you see what I'm saying now? You see what I'm saying? Ritter, bro. Sometimes he made the right decisions, but 2 drives later, trash. I don't even think I have this game on here. Nope. Oh yeah, I do. All right, so let's start off with Seahawks and Eagles. The Seahawks beat the Eagles in a late game winning touchdown, 2017. I got a highlight from Jalen. Listen to what you have to say. Bro, why these things never show up right? But Flowers, I see you pointing out in the group chat that he haven't shook hands the last 2 games. Can you hear me?
It sounded kind of groggy on my end.
Oh, I was saying, where I found the clip. I'll just show the clip of him at the podium.
I've been talking about execution all year. Been on the same page. Everyone been on the same page, and we didn't execute. I don't think we're committed enough. Just got to turn it around. It's a challenge that we have to embrace. Just continue to see it through.
What do you mean by that, about being committed enough?
Commitment. I don't know that. I had a dictionary on me now. Excuse me. I don't know how else to say.
He said a lot of nothing. So Flowers pointed out he haven't shook hands with the last 2 teams. Flowers, since you pointed out, what you say about Jalen right now?
Just going through the mist right now, man. It's a lot of stuff that's not going the Eagles' way. Obviously, they're not as good as they thought they were, and in my opinion, it's too late in the season, to think that you can make adjustments on the things they struggle at. You look at the last drive of the Seahawks last night. They went at Bradbury the whole drive.
Yep.
The secondary is terrible. The defense is not good. They lost 2 coordinators, in my opinion, that obviously made a difference. And of course, they lost a lot of veteran talent. As me and RC tried to tell you, Ben, when the season started, that they lost a lot of veteran leadership on their defense, and they weren't going to be as good as they were the past year. They set the bar too high. But if you honestly look at it, the offense, it really doesn't have an identity, in my opinion. The identity walked out the door and went to Indianapolis. It's
Yeah, they
obvious.
missed
You can
Iken.
see it.
Mm-hmm.
That, and you can tell that Jalen Hurts and Sirianni, they're 2 different people. So if you honestly looking at it from the outside in, they really don't mesh. So I just think Jalen Hurts is an adult in a room full of kids in some instances, because I don't understand AJ Brown's griping online about this and that. Man, you ain't got to come out and say, I'm the blame for everything. So you bring in all the attention to yourself, and that goes to show you it opens up things. And y'all struggling. Y'all lost 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And we probably thought that the game was a shoe-in lock, last night. And then, Seattle comes out with Drew Lock. You got to give him credit. And the team, because if you think about it, the secondary matches up well with them. Seattle, they're physical. They run around. They're at home. And it came down to who made the most plays last night. Seattle made the most plays.
Yeah, it really came down to who wanted it more at the end of the game. RC, what would you say the Eagles' problem would be?
They broke. We broke them. We broke.
You broke your favorite toy? That what happened?
We broke the Philadelphia Eagles. All that sliding by. Cowboys and the 49ers have broke the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams, back-to-back week. That was tough scheduling, but they played both of them back-to-back. they got exposed. Everybody knew about, basically knew about the secondary. But I would like to say this. I mean, early in the season we had a 3-game skid. I think other teams, the Buffalo Bills, other teams were struggling. They hitting that at the wrong time, and all the transition, changing defensive coordinators at the end of the season. It's just a lot of weird things happening, and it's the result of also playing in the Super Bowl, y'all. After you come from that Super Bowl that following year, it's tough sledding, getting everybody best game, and it's extremely hard to get back there. So I think they get it right, but they still have an early exit in the playoffs because you can't hide the most glaring issue is the secondary.
Well, I think there's a bigger issue. Everybody having technical difficulties tonight. I think the biggest glaring issue is Jalen Hurts 17 turnovers. That's really hurting them big time. He's leading the league in turnovers right now, and you can't have championship football with turnovers. That's bad for business. Good teams capitalize on your turnovers, right? We saw when Jalen turned the ball over versus the 49ers. These things are costly. So I don't think they're going to last very far unless they magically turn into the old Eagles that went to Super Bowl. They have too many leaks in the old house. They can't patch them up. It's too much going on.
I think they need to run the football, man. Run the football. You got a guy averaging 4 yards per carry. Run the football and keep that sorry-ass defense they got on the sideline. Keep them on the sideline. Give them time. Because you look at the teams that's being successful in the National Football League right now, they run the football and play good defense. So run the football, take the pressure off Jalen, and allow that defense to be on the sideline a little bit. Give them more breaks. They be on the field a lot as well.
Yeah, what's so weird about they go away from the run very fast. I don't know who's the new play caller now. Flowers,
Brian Johnson to play for
Brian
Utah.
Johnson.
Brian Johnson.
They getting away from the run. See, I having technical difficulties too, Flowers. But they getting away from the run very early. They used to be a run first oriented team, especially when they went to the Super Bowl. They used to control the clock, make the other defense make the necessary plays, to get them off the field. They used to control everything. Now it's just like, we gotta get AJ Brown 10 targets a game. We gotta get Devontae Smith into it. It just seems like they getting away from. They doing what they know best is controlling the clock.
Well, last year they played with a lead a lot last year.
Yeah,
and so therefore they were running the football to control the clock, eat clock, and time for possession. But this year they're not playing with a lead, meaning they playing from behind, meaning Jalen is having to play quarterback like everybody else conventionally play quarterback. And that kid is hurt, man. That kid is hurt mentally and physically. I pray for him, because I know he's trying to play through a knee injury. He's hurt. And then on top of that, you didn't really go out and replace the players that help get you to the Super Bowl and go out and get a good offensive coordinator. I'm starting to think Steichen was a better coach than Sirianni. That's just my opinion. I think that guy might be a better coach than Sirianni.
You got to think about it. And forgive me for my technical difficulties. I can hear y'all now. You got Sirianni handed over the play calling to Steichen when he was there, and that's when the team took off. Prior to that, when Sirianni or whoever else was calling the plays, they weren't doing too good. Yeah. So that's a big difference.
It is a huge difference. So I want to show you every pass from that drive that led to that game-winning touchdown to Jackson
Smith and Jigba.
He's going to do it. Second down. And a diving catch by Metcalf. He splits them and probably scores a touchdown. Here is a bobbled pass. Locke airs it out. Metcalf downfield. He's got it. Locke, end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Seattle. He drops down. Locke recognizes that he's got one-on-one And it's just, there's nothing really to the route other than he's just running a flat go route.
Yeah, you're going to get beat every time, letting the guy run up the sideline on the out. Yeah, there's no way you can defend a pass to the outside. That was too much room over there. Stain Bradbury. All right. The Bills beat the Cowboys 31-10. The Bills go to 8-10. Man, it was domination. It was great domination. The Cowboys wasn't in the game. Like soon as they did the coin toss, the Cowboys was in the game. But after the coin toss, it was a wrap. They dominated the Cowboys 31-10. Flowers. The Cowboys being exposed again.
Obviously so. You know, the 49ers, like RC will tell you, they showed you what you got to do to them. Just be physical with them, line up, run straight at them. And I was thinking about this earlier also. We've been advocating this about the Buffalo Bills since last year. I've always said they do not run the ball enough. They need to hand the ball off, take the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. They finally, and I'm not trying to bash Ken Dorsey or nothing, but obviously Joe Brady is a better offensive coordinator, and he understands the game more. It's like a more professional look to what the Bills do now. Like they're gonna take what the defense giving them, but mainly they're gonna be bullies and run the ball. And Dallas, their finesse. You know, when I was watching in the first quarter when the game started. I see Michael Parsons out of breath because they're just running straight at him.
Yeah.
You know, he can't do what he does best as far as getting up the field and speed rushing. But man, they had 266 rushing yards on him. I said they just lined up, handed the ball off, and James Cook, marvelous job. You know,
yes,
catching the ball out the backfield, running it. Go ahead.
I was about to say, like he just changed in front of our eyes. Cause he was struggling at first beginning of the season. Then he started turning up in the middle. Then all of a sudden he explodes into this dynamic back.
We've seen bits and pieces of him though prior to Dorsey being fired. You can see it. You can see the kid having success. They just wasn't giving it to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's different now, and this is a team you probably don't want to play right now. And I know I said a few weeks that they probably wouldn't make the playoffs because I was thinking maybe Dallas had the moxie enough to realize, like I said, they need to have home field advantage if they even want to have the chance of possibly sniffing the NFC Championship game because they're not going to go on the road and beat somebody like San Francisco or somebody like that.
Right.
So, look, gotta give them kudos.
Yeah, I also Flowers. I think the way you were thinking too. They run the ball until now. These last couple of games, now they run the ball, and also Ken Dorsey being fired. Who would have thought that they would open up the floodgates to the offense? Guys, look, Allen, the whole game threw for 94 yards.
Only had 15 passing attempts.
Right. So they're telling you like, hey, let's open up the passing lanes by running the ball. That's how you do it, guys. If they know you're a pass first team, then they're not gonna worry about the run. And so now they taking the ball out of Josh Allen's hands and letting James Cook. So RC, is more of the Buffalo Bills doing or more of the Cowboys just not showing up?
Isn't it funny that the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys play each other this week? Two teams that beat good teams on the road. I'm picking Miami because they're at home, but I'm not surprised by the very simple football one-on-one game plan by Buffalo to beat Dallas. We did it. Arizona did it, but Buffalo should have been doing it. It's not Ken Dorsey's fault. It's the fact that everybody's trying to, want their quarterback to play like Patrick Mahomes, and there's only one Patrick Mahomes. Like, this dude was very efficient. He had 94 yards passing. Like, he looked Brock Purdy-ish. He didn't have to do nothing. He just gave it to his weapons and just played. He kept the ball, protecting him from himself. He game managed. Did he not game manage? He game managed. Did he say it with me? Did he game manage?
Is that what you want to call it? I mean,
he game managed. You talking about one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. He game managed the game. He had how many yards passing, Flower?
94.
I mean, if Cook gashing on like that, why would you throw it? I guess.
But I'm saying though, okay. This is my thing. The offensive coordinator was smart enough to say, "Hey, not gonna put the ball in your hands and give that pass rush a chance to get after you." And I like it. Simplicity wins football games. You don't have to always do all this razzle dazzle you talking
Good
about.
teams, solid teams from top to bottom win football games. Not every team can do that.
Yes, every team. Listen, I'm telling you right now, it's that simple. It's kind of like in the NBA and in the NFL. You can adopt the 90s, early 2000 mindset in this era because you know what? You don't have a Lawrence. You don't have a Lawrence Taylor on the edge, and you don't have a Warren Sapp in the middle. There are no Chester McLaughlin. There are no big defensive tackle like Ted Washington and Will Folk. Them guys are not in the middle. And then when you do get one like the one in Philadelphia, he is horrible. He don't have a motor. So
We talking about Jordan Davis.
Yeah, why not run the football, man? That's why teams who run the football, look at the teams who run the football, they're very successful.
Yeah. But what brought to mind about Joe Brady, I think he had Christian McCaffrey for a year, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, he's at LSU with Joe Burrow and all them.
Yeah. So he knows how to spread the ball around. That's why the Saints, man, when the Saints let him go.
Oh, he was down there. They showed no was down there.
Yep. He was. He ran the New Orleans Saints system in Carolina when McCaffrey had all them scrimmage yards too. And receiving yards. Man, I'll see. That's the Saints OC right there.
Should have been.
They let that man out the building. So let's talk about who's in, who's out right now. So the standings right now is Baltimore number 1, Dolphins number 2, Chiefs number 3, Jaguars number 4, Browns number 5, Bengals number 6, the Colts are number 7. In the hunt, the Texans at 8 seed, the Bills at the 9th seed, Steelers at the 10th seed, Broncos in the 11th seed. So Flowers in the AFC, who you think might creep in, who might get knocked out?
This week is a pivotal week, in my opinion. With some teams, I think Trevor Lawrence has a concussion this week.
He played like he had a concussion.
After the game, he was diagnosed with a concussion, so you don't know if he's going to be available. You got Cleveland and the Texans playing each other this week. Stroud is probably not going to play this week. He's going to go from his concussion, big. So that's big. So it's kind of like, people are taking care of themselves. You got Baltimore, San Francisco, depending on how that goes, Dallas and Miami. All these games this week are really going to be some big deciding factors because Buffalo's probably going to win out. So
they're playing against the Chargers.
Buffalo going to playoff. Buffalo's going to playoff.
Buffalo's going to win. They're going to win the division because I don't think Miami's going to win this week against Dallas. So
I don't think so either.
Miami beating Dallas, man. Miami beating the shit
Miami
out of
cannot beat good teams. If they got to prove it.
Dallas on the road. Dallas got embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
I already think Miami can't block them. They definitely ain't gonna be able to block them this week in the games in Miami. Dallas.
Perfect weather.
They play well in that kind of weather. So I don't think two of them gonna have enough time. To be able to.
Guess what offense?
Miami.
But he'll still come off the ankle injury.
That's if he plays.
Mm-hmm.
So they need Tyreek Hill. That we'll see what happens at the end of the week.
Guess what offense Dallas gonna have to scheme up this week? It's Shanahan's offense. It's Shanahan's offense. You got all these speed players all over the place. I understand they need Hill, but Tua gonna get that ball in his hand. It's gonna be they're gonna run the ball.
They not physical. The offense not physical as the 49ers though.
Mostert, A-Chain, whoever the hell they is, they're running the football again this week. Because you know why? Dallas can't stop the run. Dallas cannot stop the run. Miami go run the football, and they do run the football.
They do run the football, but I feel like some of them numbers are
Dallas speed
outrageous. Yeah,
in my opinion,
they put up 200-something rushing yards on bad teams, but they can't do it on against solid teams. That's what I have my problem with. They run the inflation numbers on bad teams.
What are y'all expectations for Dallas Cowboys? Be for real. Y'all think Dallas
just playoff? Like who in the world?
Do you think Dallas gonna grow some balls now?
I mean,
but coming off a loss like the past one,
they ain't about to get
Listen,
embarrassed
hold on.
twice.
Buffalo's offensive line is underrated. They're playing underrated right now. We have to say that. You know, they bullied Dallas. Miami
Did you
line, I
think
don't think
Dallas was gonna
Miami
win?
cannot do that.
Did you
I just
think
don't
Dallas
think
was
they
No.
gonna
can do
win?
it.
Well, they
Did you
playing
think
outside
Dallas
in
was gonna win?
Buffalo. I ain't think Dallas even had a chance if it was just sunny. If it was like 80-something degrees in Buffalo, I still thought Buffalo was Buffalo's a dang good team. They're a Super Bowl caliber team.
Bro, I'd be so confused about. I'm speaking to Ben on this one, Flower.
Mhm.
Because you changed like the weather. You got now
What are you
the
talking
team,
about?
now hold on. Now a team that's not even in the playoff pit. They in the playoff pitch in the back end. They the best team in the AFC now because of one game. Dallas will do that. Dallas will
I
do that to
always
you. Dallas will do that to you.
how,
Make it think.
but have I always been a Josh Allen guy? I always talk good about the Bills. I never said the Bills was. I said they need to get it together. They need to figure themselves. I never counted the Bills out.
So my question to you is, watching Dallas get blown out and get beat the same way they got beat by San Francisco and the Arizona Cardinals beat them the same way, and then Philadelphia beat them the same way. And it's a consistent pattern. So that means it's tape out there to say, hey, listen, this team can't play. First of all, they got to have a lead. Second of all, they're not getting turnovers. And last but not least, they built to rush the passer. Where is the defensive guy where the big run stopper?
Yo, boy from Michigan. What's his name?
What I tell you about it?
Yeah.
See, he didn't do that for
They
us.
should have got Breezy. If Breezy was there, New Orleans Saints grabbed him. They should have grabbed Breezy instead.
But my point is this. I think that the Dallas Cowboys, inability to play on the road, inability to capitalize, like, unless you give them something, they can't create anything on their own. You hear what I'm telling you? Deron Bland does nothing against top receivers.
I know.
Hold on. Michael Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, Deron Bland, Dak Prescott did nothing in a primetime game.
Like they won't be there.
So in the game, the first game against Philadelphia, Dak only showed up. In the game against the Cowboys, 49ers, nobody showed up. Against the Cardinals, nobody showed up. But if they playing the Commanders, because some guys, they're gonna play Miami, then they're gonna play Detroit. So you think they're gonna drop their nuts? Come on, man. I'm telling you.
I just don't have faith in Miami. They get too cute sometimes. Michael Parsons, he released a video for URC. I want to show this video. He's speaking directly to you, I feel like.
I hope so. I want to respond to it. He crying.
For the Cowboys to lose. I saw multiple analysts, people who are fake analysts who somehow got jobs on TV saying, there goes your boy. Like, oh, there he is. That's the person we've been waiting for. It's almost to the point where it's like almost sick. Former players are waiting for other current players to fail so that way they have something to talk about. It's not even to just get into names. I mean, I feel like at this point you kind of know who you are. And it's like, why do you want a person to lose so bad? It seems that a lot of people are just waiting for people to fail.
This dude, I can't believe this grown man said this shit.
Yeah, he really.
You must don't know how sports work.
Oh my God.
That's literally what sports is. I mean, that's been like that since the Coliseum days.
But just his voice annoyed me. How he sounded like he was crying and whining. You play for if he played for the Chicago Bears, wouldn't nobody give a damn about Michael Parsons. He'd just be a great player.
He's leading the league in pressures right now.
But that's what I'm saying. If he played in a different market, nobody would truly care about Michael Parsons. The worst thing that has ever happened to sports is the fact that they're giving these athletes a microphone to talk. Because guess what? That was a time where can you imagine a podcast with Dennis Rodman in season?
That'd be insane.
Right. Like Michael Parsons sounds like he's a victim. He sounds like a victim. Because he is.
He want to be a victim. Because
he said y'all picking on him. He said y'all just waiting on him.
Picking on what? You can't sit up here and say in the beginning of the year, I'm gonna be the defensive player of the year and this and that. And we great defense. Oh, we got one of the greatest defenses in NFL history.
Yeah.
And you're not playing like it. Plain and simple. Yeah. You're giving us the bullets to shoot right at you.
And look, this is another problem he has. He talked about Purdy and Tua. I can play quarterback. I can play quarterback for the Dolphins. Uh-oh.
He can say that.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me. The issue you have in sports today is having an opinion while playing is you have to, that's bulletin board material.
Yep.
And also it highlights you, creates unrealistic expectation. You're not going to be allowed to have a bad game because why? You're always talking every week. It's kind of like
Yep.
Draymond. He's mighty quiet after all the shit he done said and did. He ain't said nothing. It's almost good to just go play and let your play speak for you. I even cringe listening to Fred Warner talk. Fred, you never talk. Like Trent Williams, all you got is just, it's a bad look, man, because you're just 1 week away from being humble.
That's
And
true.
they get
Right.
humble record.
So there was Michael Parsons, complaining about people picking on the Cowboys, but still, that what sports is. People gonna want your downfall, even if it's a rival or somebody just don't like the team.
Let me say something real quick.
Yeah.
Nobody's praying for your downfall, Michael Parsons. We honestly just calling a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Look, if they're on TV, Michael Parsons, he's lead vote getter in our opinion for defensive player of the year, and you go out and look like shit, and you're supposed to be a defensive player of the year. Like, you didn't do anything to crash this past Sunday's game, or when people just it's the fact of the matter. Trent Williams said it himself, like RC is saying. Trent Williams said he's strong, stronger than you think. He's quick, but he only got like 2 or 3 moves that he tries.
So these new age athletes, they want all the praise, but they don't want to take no criticism. Like,
but look,
it's nothing wrong with it.
Here's the issue
Nothing
with
wrong
him.
Criticism.
Here's the issue with him though. Y'all tell me what he do well outside of pass rush.
You gotta be able to stop. Look, in my opinion, if you want to be a Hall of Famer, you gotta be able to set the edge. He plays the edge. You gotta be able to set that edge, stop that run, and then let your pass rushing skills talk.
And
but it
that's
gotta
why
be hand in hand.
That's why I said this whole comparison with him and Lawrence Taylor is the most foolish shit I ever heard in my life, because Lawrence Taylor could stop the run. He was a terror on the quarterback. He hustled. Like, I watched this kid. He do hustle. Yeah. But my thing is, he's not even built to stop the run. You look at him, you can tell he's a
like
linebacker.
More of a linebacker. Yeah.
A linebacker. So this
thinking.
is my thing, man. When people talk about TJ Watt, Nick Bosa, and I'm gonna throw this guy in here, like Myles Garrett. Them guys can do it all.
Aiden Hutchinson.
No, I'm just saying, them my 3 guys that can do it all. They can stop the run, set the edge, rush the passer. They can drop in coverage. I don't know if Michael Parsons can do that. I haven't seen him do it. So I mean, this whole he talked himself up into this position. But he don't want to. I don't hear CD Lamb crying like this. I don't hear Dak Prescott crying like this.
I never hear CD say anything.
Exactly.
So, all right. The next question is, who y'all see coming out the NFC? The 49ers are number 1, Cowboys number 2, Lions are number 3, Buccaneers number 4, Eagles number 5, Vikings number 6, Rams number 7. In the hunt, it's Seattle, Saints, then Falcons, then Packers. Who's falling? Who's getting in? Who's falling out? RC.
The NFC Championship game will be the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers in Santa Clara. 49ers going to the Super Bowl. Reason why Detroit going is because Detroit, to me personally, right now playing the better out of 3 of the 2, 3, and 4 teams. Like, I feel like Detroit runs the football. They're gonna stick with it, and they're gonna stuff the game or rough the game. Their style they're built to beat those other 2 teams. Only way the Niners lose, injuries. If you don't start last week when Brock Purdy was laying on his back, I said, this it. We over. We dead. This it. It's a wrap. So unless people start knocking them players out the game, I don't see them getting knocked out of that number 1 seed. So
Flowers, who you see getting in, getting out?
I think the Rams are a shoe-in. That's a dangerous team.
I say Vikings out.
I think the Vikings are out. I just don't think Nick Mullins and company are going. And shout out to Ty Chandler. I think he's from Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken.
Still had a monster game.
He had a monster game. So shout out to Ty Chandler, excuse me. But I don't think Minnesota's going to make it. I don't know the Saints' schedule.
We have the Rams Thursday. And I think we have the Rams. Then we have the Falcons as our last game. Or it might be I think it's the Falcons as our last game.
And the Bucks. Y'all got to play the Bucks too, don't you?
We played the Bucks twice. No, Buccaneers our last game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that might be.
For the
man, the last week of the year might be a big deciding factor of these divisions
Some need to
and
win this
everything
week.
else.
Sure.
We gotta win. If we beat the Rams but lose to the Bucks, I think that probably put us over the Vikings. Cause the Vikings, I think Vikings have a chance to lose both of these games.
And listen, I can
Well,
see the
Seattle, I think Seattle might can sneak in.
Seattle's lurking. Yeah, Seattle's lurking.
Green Bay over. They can forget about it.
Yeah, Green Bay's done.
Send Jordan Love home, man. Send him home.
No, he had a decent year after coming behind.
And
Man,
the Packers defense is not good.
They are not, but it was some instances I'm like, yo, what is going on?
He won some games though. That I didn't think they
ain't ready.
Win.
They want to send them home. They ain't ready. They ain't ready for
either way. I think he's better than I thought he was gonna be. He's doing okay.
Your boy Trevor ain't looking okay. Like I said, he looked like he played with the concussion in that game.
But I think this too. I think it's a team outside Tampa Bay, New Orleans, the Rams, and the Seahawks.
Yeah,
those 4 teams right there.
Yeah,
are going to be tough out for anybody. 49ers, Detroit, Cowboys, them teams up top. Because Seattle knows San Francisco, Seattle knows Dallas, Seattle knows they're like 8-0 against. They're like 8. They got an 8-game winning streak against the Eagles. So a lot of people didn't know that going into last night. They had the Eagles hadn't been in a while.
I heard a crazy stat too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think somebody told me yesterday that I was reading that Seattle has won like the last 14 out of 15 against the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Something crazy.
Yeah. And so got an 8-game winning streak. So if they get into the playoffs, I think they give any of those teams, 49ers don't want to play for the third time. And then you got to think about this too, man. Like New Orleans, that's a good roster. So if they get in there, they can rough it. They can make it hard for anybody. I just think
it seems like we're trying to peak. But it's like I don't know if it's fake or they actually trying to peak at the right time.
Yeah, I mean it's they got a good roster. I mean, they got a good team.
God, what they did to Tommy was
Derek Carr.
What they did to Tommy was just unexcusable.
It's Derek Carr. Derek Carr is the
I think I really think
they played better without Olave this past Sunday. It was crazy to me.
How they force feed Olave, they really do. They throw a lot of. He get like 10 targets a game, maybe more. I feel like we're just missing a real slot receiver, to be honest. A real guy between the sticks, We mean between the hashes. We need somebody to work that. But let's go ahead and run through these games. The Saints beat the Giants 24-6. Like I said, it seemed like the Saints are peaking at the right time. Kamara had a good game. Jamal Williams got involved. Mm-hmm. And finally, what I've been saying this whole year, where's Jimmy Graham in the red zone? Yeah, he scored the last 2 games. Guess where? Yeah. In the red zone. Why they making stuff hard? Keep it simple. Like you say, RC, keep it simple. So they take care of the Giants. The Jags lose to the Ravens 23-7.
They're in trouble.
Flowers. Yeah. Who's in trouble? The Ravens or the Jags?
No. The Jags are in trouble, man. I mean, they're in a 3-way tie right now. And like I say, Trevor Lawrence might not play Sunday because of a concussion. And if they lose, and man, it might be Indianapolis and Houston, last week of the season for the AFC, for the AFC South. It's real good hustle around here, man.
The Jazz offense, it seems like they teetering downward for some reason. I don't know what it is. I can't put my hat on it. What's that, RC? What you think it is?
Run the football.
Yeah, Travis in the end, he been kind of quiet.
They got like 3 running backs there.
Did you know they would hardly throw it to ETN?
Run the football, man. This time of the year, you gotta run the football. Run the football.
Yep, you're right. I really think the Ravens not. It's kind of weird this NFL season. There's really no clear cut favorite except for the 49ers. Even in the AFC, you watch the Ravens play. Like, you tell me this is the best team the AFC has to offer?
I'm gonna say this, man, and y'all might think I'm crazy, but The 49ers played the Cardinals, Seahawks, Eagles. That's 3 birds. The Ravens is a bird. On national TV Monday night, again, every time the 49ers play on national TV and they got this big game pubbed to be a great game, they expose a team. The Ravens will get exposed because, one, they ask Lamar Jackson to do too much. I think Lamar Jackson is a great quarterback. But if you take his athleticism away, he can't do anything. Like you ask him to play from the pocket, he'll throw. He gonna make some. He gonna be that kid that's behind him. What's the kid's name that's behind him? Humphrey.
Oh, Huntley.
If you took his athleticism away and his God-given ability, and just asked him to be a quarterback, he would be that kid that's behind him. And I think that's the thing that you'll see teams in the playoffs, and then Monday night they're gonna box him in and make him be a quarterback. He gonna make some special plays, but he being asked to do too much. It's just too much.
I watched a little bit of that Ravens game. This dude was sitting back there in the pocket, trying to look like a pocket passer. It was hard to watch.
You just especially not seeing it.
Yeah. I ain't used to, I found like let me watch a couple of series and a couple of drives. It looked real different again without Mark Andrews. And I think that's the last thing you want him to do is sit there in the pocket and try to throw it to likely he did have a pretty good game, but throw it to OBJ and what's the other kid's name? The number 7.
Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers.
Bateman.
It don't look good. Him sitting back there in the pocket. It's like they asking for disasters to happen. Like they just wait.
His stat line was what? It wasn't just.
He had like what 170.
He had. Like that. I think he had an interception in that game.
Yeah, he almost had 100 rushing yards. So that's what makes him. That what makes up for, the in between passing games that they had in the past.
And the NFL smart because I know they didn't foresee. Maybe they did. Kyler Murray coming back. You get the 49ers are playing the Cardinals, the running around quarterback they got, and then they play another running quarterback, kind of get them ready for it. I think, though, man, at this time of the year, one thing Baltimore does do, they do stifle you. They do make you earn everything. They are physical. But they'll do that.
They run the ball down your throat.
If they beat the 49ers Monday night, I think they solidified themselves as a team, one of the best teams in the league. I think the best team because you just knocked off a team that's really hot.
That offense flutters too much.
Let me add something because we played them earlier this year too, and when we played them, I just thought that they were still missing that dude. They need to, in my opinion, they need to shape themselves like San Francisco and have a true one because they don't have a true one receiver, in my opinion. I don't care if they got Odell Beckham.
Our running back, for that matter.
I was getting there. They don't have somebody in the backfield that's a star. They need that. They need somebody that Lamar can hand the ball off to take pressure off of him and to make the second and fours and the third and ones, but just have a bell cow behind him. So when it gets to third and short, he can use his legs and get these first down and extend drives. But I still feel like I said, without Mark Andrews, I know he got Odell. I know he got Zay, but a lot of the Ravens stuff is, underneath.
It's in the middle.
Underneath. It's in the middle. And Lamar sit back there. Like I said, he's over the years, he's gotten pretty darn good as far as completion percentage and stuff. But it's still an intermediate passing game. It's nothing over the top. They're going to take their shots, but I just feel like he needs a dude on the outside and he needs a dude behind him.
And then, like I said, the problem was too that, say they don't have a dude, they don't have a clear coat number one receiver or running back. That was a great comparison. They are like the 49ers. They're running back by committee. The receivers, 49ers at one point didn't have all them, top names like Debo and Ayuk, but now they brought in Zay Flowers, but they still don't have that dude. Maybe they needed an AJ Brown type player, but a trade for Derrick Henry, you brought it up, RC, would have solidified that offense. And for the longest in the game, the score was like 10-7.
Yeah,
so the Jaguars were never out of it. That's why I can't get past. Like the Jaguars weren't doing nothing special, but they were still in the game. How is that possible?
This is the thing I've noticed about the way these organizations are building teams, and this is what it goes back to you screaming early in the season about us having a lot of weapons. No, we developed them players.
Yep.
Like these players are not in other systems. They are not stars. I promise you that, man. I promise you, Debo
I
would have
think
signed
Debo
well,
can play anywhere if they
but I
use him right.
believe
They can play him.
he would have been used differently, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you why. He'd probably be hurt and used differently because Debo had to find his way as a receiver. My point is, what I'm trying to make is when Baltimore decided to construct this team, why not get 2 tight ends? You did have that Hooper. You did have 2 tight ends at one time, but why not
Yeah.
have another
3.
tight end? Why not go out and get another running back? You know, stop trying to draft a running back and actually get a guy. I mean, actually go get a number 1 receiver versus bringing in a guy that's been banged up for years. You could have got D Hop. You could have got AJ Brown. They was trying to, but you got to go get. Why not get the black quarterback? The actual. You see what Jalen did with a number 1. Go get Steve McNair or Randy Moss. Go get T.O. Get McNabb got T.O. Go get you a real number 1. Right now, he don't have a true number 1. And like you said, who to be scared of? Who are we going to be afraid of on that offense besides him?
Nobody.
You know,
Especially without Dobbs, Joshua Dobbs. I mean, not Joshua Dobbs. J.K. Dobbins.
J.K.
He's
Dobbins.
out.
They
Yeah,
lost
J.K.
Keegan
Dobbins out. You know,
Mitchell. He tore his
Keith.
ACL.
Oh snap! So
but still, my point is, even paying Lamar as much money as you did, it's going to set you back even more because you're still not going to be able to get him the pieces that he needs to win a Super Bowl.
they had to draft well. They
I
had to
can't
draft
see
that
him win
guy.
the Super. I can't see him win the Super Bowl because guess what? Great quarterbacks need great skill players. Hint. Great
Drew Brees
quarterback.
won without. Drew Brees won without.
No, he
So
didn't. No, he didn't. I don't want to hear that shit. No, I don't want to hear that. No.
yeah, you hear it?
Reggie Bush was a Hawk. Reggie Bush was a Heisman Trophy winner. He had a
Yeah,
great
that's
year
all
that year.
good.
Jimmy
Yeah,
Graham
that's
was good.
good.
Jeremy
Y'all
Shockey
had
was on
3.
that
Y'all
team.
had 3.
Jimmy Graham didn't play for us in the Super Bowl. So.
Jeremy Shockey was on that team. Was he
But
not?
he was on one leg. He was paid leg shocking.
Man,
There
stop.
you go.
You had a great offensive line. Stop this, bro.
Exactly.
You're not gonna make it like the Saints got to the Super Bowl with the damn Cavalier team that LeBron took to the finals. I don't want that. No.
Yo, dang near. All right. Let's go on to the Rams beat the Commanders 28-20. They go to 7-7. Commanders go 4-10. The 49ers beat the Cardinals 45-29. RC, you got any worries on that? Are you good?
Man, look, I was really impressed with the Cardinals and the way they fight. They're gonna be. If anybody believes, we do this conference talking about who the weakest conference and who the best conference, but big ups to the NFC West. All them teams to get at you and they fight and they scrap. That I don't know how the Steelers let James Conner out of Pittsburgh.
Crazy.
He couldn't stay healthy. He couldn't stay healthy for them.
But he's healthy. He's healthy.
He's
And
healthy
when
now,
healthy,
but he wasn't healthy in Pittsburgh.
I think it's just Pittsburgh. I think that's another player Lamar could use in Baltimore, James Conner. And then looking at some of the pieces, that McBride kid he had a great game.
Najee Harris can't find a hole, literally.
But the 49ers are rolling right now, man. And like I said, they just playing good ball. They playing on all three levels, all 3 phases. But I was impressed with the Cardinals as well because it wasn't easy. They fought for it.
So Chris McCaffrey came out. Brock Purdy came out and said, "I think Christian should be MVP. I really do believe that."
That made Ben foam at the mouth. And
Tom Brady said, "Chris McCaffrey is definitely, in my mind, the MVP favorite." Pop quiz, guys. Who was the last running back to win MVP?
AP, wasn't it?
You're right, Flowers. Adrian Peterson back in 2012. 2012, guys. That's nearly 11 years since a running back won the MVP. I think it's about time. Who is your favorite, Flowers? Oh, RC, hold up. We know what you're gonna say. Who your favorite, Flowers?
I don't, man. Look, I kind of want to say Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, and look, I know they have McCaffrey, Debo, and all this talent, but ever since this kid has taken over, in my opinion, and I seen it, RC seen it early, that the 49ers are just a different team with this kid, and this is what it is. I keep hearing people say, well, they still had Jimmy. No, it is not the same. This team is different. This team is complete. Brock Purdy was this missing puzzle piece. I know you looking sad. It's all right. He was this missing puzzle piece that he just sat down and the whole box activated, man. He makes everything look. I know McCaffrey is special with the run game, but you gotta have
touchdown Flowers.
Look,
20.
Yes, he had. How many Brock Purdy got?
He's throwing it. He got the rock most of the time, so of course he probably won't have more.
That's what. Okay, but we can sit up here and give Tom Brady and other people MVPs. They handled the ball also every play. Brock Purdy does the same.
Who was the best running back for Tom Brady when he won MVP? Ooh,
Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon was a monster.
Corey Dillon.
Kevin Falk.
Man, they ain't come on. They ain't putting them numbers like Chris McCaffrey. Let me say this. If Jimmy G can take the 49ers to the Super Bowl.
He didn't take them to the Super Bowl. They went to
the Super Bowl.
Jimmy G threw the ball like 10 times.
But I'm saying if Jimmy G led a 49ers team
but did
to
he
the
win
Super Bowl,
but did he win it?
He got there. Most people can't say that.
Did he win it?
But I'm saying without Chris, Brock Purdy's not even the best player on the team. You can plug another quarterback.
Let me ask you a question. If the 49ers win the Super Bowl, what are you gonna say then?
I'm like, congratulations, team.
And he
did a great job,
Purdy's
team.
The MVP. What are you?
Of course, it's a quarterback award. They're gonna give it to a quarterback. As you saw, the last running back to win MVP is 2012. That's something wrong. That's something wrong.
But do you understand the award in 2012 and the circumstance behind it?
Yeah.
AP was like 6 yards from breaking the all-time rushing record.
Yes.
He came off an ACL.
So that's what I'm saying.
Listen to me, and took that team to the playoffs.
Yep.
That's the difference.
So you tell me if Chris McCaffrey went down right now, RC, you still feel great.
Elijah Mitchell.
Ecstatic. Oh, you almost just like saying, bro, Raheem Mustard. Like how you down Raheem Mustard and that other kid that ran the ball for y'all.
Ben, if you're gonna discredit, like I told you, I'm gonna say this on camera so you can hear me clearly. When Drew Brees came from San Diego, he lost his ability to throw down the field. You remember that? And it was only two teams. Listen to what I'm going to lead to. It was two teams that wanted Drew Brees. It was the Saints and the Miami Dolphins. Y'all got it, right? And y'all put him in a system that where he didn't have to throw the ball down the field. It prolonged his career, made him a Hall of Fame because he was able to dink and dunk and find the open guy. I've seen guys win the MVP trophy with the same amount of weapons, Peyton Manning, and great game managing Tom Brady and Drew. Because what you're saying is you're punishing this guy for doing his job. He's doing his job. But listen, hold on, I'm not done. If Christian McCaffrey get hurt Monday night, Elijah Mitchell was our leading running back. Raheem Mostert led us to the Super Bowl with 250-yard rushing. Listen to what I'm saying. Christian McCaffrey is elite talent. But one person don't make that. It's the quarterback position opens that offense up. Matt Ryan ran the same offense. He won the MVP. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's
so how can Browning be leading the Bengals to pretty big victories? Browning.
Come on.
So that's what it's a team structure, but that don't make you just how you play quarterback don't make you the most valuable.
I'm gonna tell you why Browning and Purdy are mirror images of each other. In college, Browning and Purdy was really good quarterbacks. They led their teams to bowl wins. They were very successful. Hold on. But guess what? Guess what Browning has in Cincinnati? T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase. He has weapons and skill players, but he also has a winning pedigree. So you telling me this is why I want to tell Cam Newton. You gonna discredit a man for doing what they asked you to do as a quarterback.
He's not even the best player
I don't care about the
team.
MVP trophy. I don't care about the MVP trophy. McCaffrey deserve it. Purdy deserve it. I want the NFL Super Bowl trophy, and I'm sure he want the MVP trophy. But this is the thing the NFL don't want to happen. You let a guy get picked last, 292, and that guy is number one in everything. Okay, and look,
it's bound to happen one day.
You don't watch football enough to see the throw he made to Debo back shoulder at the pylon. That's something Jimmy Garoppolo can't do. Okay, if you ask, okay, bro.
And they
this
I'm
don't
gonna say
turn the ball over as much as Jimmy G did when he was with the 49ers.
that's y'all making a point that they still went to the Super Bowl with
we threw the ball
incompetent
8 times.
quarterback.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you what you're doing. You're doing lazy.
That's
This
what
is
I'm
lazy
saying.
work. You're being a lazy analyst right now. You're being lazy
How?
because you got to take your heart out of it for a second and do the work and say, okay, Jimmy Garoppolo threw the ball 8 times and they got to the Super Bowl.
I see. I'm still giving a 49er or an MVP award, and I don't like the 49ers, so I'll take my heart of it. I think
I'm
Chris
cool with
McCaffrey
that.
is world.
This ain't about the 49ers. If Brock Purdy was
let me ask you,
a New Orleans Saint, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
If Brock Purdy was a New Orleans Saint and he was doing the same exact stuff, you would have him. You'll be talking about him the second coming of Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Stop this.
All right, before we move on, y'all answer these questions for me. Who's the best? Name your top 5 running backs right now.
McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Jonathan Taylor is right there because he hadn't played enough, but still I like Jonathan Taylor. It gets cloudy after that.
All right,
yeah,
so
I really
right now McCaffrey number 1.
Kamara.
So it is Purdy the best quarterback in NFL over, like, you telling me that you would take Brock over Patrick Mahomes, you would take Brock over Josh,
listen,
you
bro,
would take Brock.
Listen, bro. Listen.
I'm just saying, like,
you're
you tell me he deserves MVP when he's not even considered the best quarterback in the league.
Statistically,
who's the best quarterback right now?
Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen got more interceptions than Brock Purdy. Do they not?
Yeah, they gotta do more. I mean, that's the point. You doing more. He literally doesn't. He is being babysit. He is being babysit right now. It's a
DeAndre Swift.
Kyle Shanahan got everything perfect for him.
Hold on,
he's Richie Rich. RC, he's Richie Rich.
Listen, bro, Devontae Smith, DeAndre Swift, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert. Watch this. I'm gonna leave that over here. George Kittles, Brandon Ayuk, Debo, McCaffrey. Look what we got. You see what we got? Okay, we see what we got. Their 4 best players, my 4 best players. But you want to discredit my quarterback because he's better at distributing and some of the stuff he do at the line of scrimmage. But it's okay because you know why? You're gonna validate my point. If you go discredit this kid for doing what he's doing, Peyton Manning played in 1 year. He played with Reggie Wayne. He played with Brandon Stokely, Dallas Clark, Edgerrin James, and he had a great offensive line, and he won MVP. But because I am more
scared of Chris McCaffrey than Brock. If my game plan coming in here is to stop Christian McCaffrey, I am not worried about Brock. I don't take care of Brock. I got some for Brock, but in this game, I'm taking care of McCaffrey.
If I was the coach and
I am sleeping good at night if I'm going against Brock. I'm probably partying that night. Then I'm like, I got that. Who you got tomorrow?
If that was the case, they should have beat Philly in the NFC Championship.
You know, I'm just saying. I mean, Rich got all the good toys, and I get all my toys from Dollar General.
I'm just saying. I mean, look, and I'm not disrespecting none of the 49ers talent, but the way you talking, Mr. Swift, they should have beat the Eagles when Brock Purdy got hurt. That's from the way you sound.
The way you sound, anybody can jump in and drive the car.
Hey, they about to win too. So that's what I'm saying.
No, they weren't about to win.
The Eagles was not moving the ball. It took a phantom call on Devontae Smith catching that football in order to get down to score.
Bro, that was the first.
If that didn't happen, you don't know.
This is lazy. You know that's true. This is lazy. That was the first play of the game, Ben. You know I know. That was the first play of the game.
Right. Purdy go out the game. The whole game changed.
Right.
I'm just saying, if the Eagles didn't get that phantom call, they probably wouldn't score.
But listen, you said that they couldn't move the ball. That's because of our defense. But our offense was not moving. Our offense was not moving the ball. So by your standards, by you, anybody can play quarterback for the 49ers. Why Josh Johnson couldn't?
They had Josh. He's got my streets. I mean, what else you want the man?
But anybody can play.
He'll probably a chimney sweeper or something like that. I don't know.
It shouldn't matter. All that talent. It shouldn't
matter. But by what you saying, anybody can go play quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers.
Yes,
why Josh
that's
Johnson
what I'm saying.
couldn't get him to the Super Bowl?
Like I said, Josh Johnson was out there sweeping.
You didn't watch the
forward
game. You didn't watch the game Sunday. Brock gets hurt, hurts his shoulder. Guess who come in the game? Sam Darnold. Ball didn't move.
Oh, but you the one who said Sam Darnold can come in there and do it, right?
I was wrong.
So what do that say about Sam Darnold when he failed with the New York Jets? He failed with Carolina. So that's not really telling me anything.
Everybody can
let me see Joe Flacco be a backup for y'all.
Okay.
Well, that's a perfect example. If Joe Flacco came in for the 49ers,
Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl.
I'm just saying. So he's Joe Flacco though. But we talking about Joe Flacco at what age? 30 what? 5?
38. Don't play with Joe Flacco. Wait a minute now. Joe Flacco
I'm
won
just
a
saying.
Super Bowl. He went to
that was good,
Jets franchise and got washed out. Look at him now behind the Browns.
Joe Flacco got the same amount of Super Bowls as Drew Brees.
That's good and all.
And in closing, this is my thing. This is poor. You're being lazy as an analyst because you want to dislike this guy because guess what?
No.
This is the story that is going to be told 20 years from now. He's already achieved a great amount of success being Mr. Irrelevant, who has never done anything in the National Football League at any position. Mr. Irrelevant does nothing. He's already done that. His win record. And then this is the crazy part about it. Why can't we look at other teams with just as much talent the same way we look at the 49ers? You know why you can't? I'm going to tell you why you can't. Because them other teams paying $100 to $200 million for a quarterback to do the same exact thing that a quarterback making $900,000.
Your time coming. If he's your guy, your time is coming.
Well, guess what? By that time, I had a trophy. It don't matter.
I'm saying it's just how it's the law of the land. RC, what you want them to do? It's the law of the land.
And who's to say if they win it? Brock, he gets his credit. Brock Purdy ain't taking no max deal. He gonna take something comfortable and keep the train flowing. I guarantee you.
Listen,
I guarantee it.
Brock Purdy win the Super Bowl this year. Brock is basically a rookie. Brock is in his second year, right? He won the Super Bowl in his second year. He gonna get a raise, but guess what the raise gonna look like comparable to what your quarterback you paid 40 plus million, and he ain't getting 200 million. He gonna get a raise, but he don't get the
max. I'm saying. And that's what ESPN pointed out, that they showing every time they talk about Brock, they talking about how much he's making. So they already putting it out there in the existence that he's gonna get paid.
You got a team that hadn't won a Super Bowl in 20-something years. You think they give a damn?
Exactly.
Okay.
He'll be smart enough to keep
helping
him win around.
And for the record, I don't care who gets the MVP trophy. I want the Lombardi.
I know
that don't matter. You think that matters to Purdy, the MVP?
Yeah, you're saying that because it's gonna be a 49 to get the reward anyway.
And that's fine. They're the best team. That's fine.
We ain't worried about that. Yeah. McCaffrey don't even want it. He wants the Lombardi.
I should have did my RC impersonation. I should have did that. If you don't vote for Christian McCaffrey as your MVP, you don't know football. That's what I should. That's what I should.
I just want to hold you to. I want to hold you to the standard you set for your own self. This is lazy. You're being a lazy analyst by just saying, "Hey, you keep moving the goalposts because it's."
I ain't moving. I'm just saying, I know that
real fast.
He just what?
Now, last week we were talking Dak for MVP possibly.
Yeah.
He's a 4th round pick. Okay, that's not too far from the 7th round. So what's the difference in that?
I don't know. That's a good question, Flowers. That's a very good question. I guess
it
doesn't matter. For SEC school. That probably be one of the reasons.
Look, Tom Brady 6th round. He won MVP. We don't criticize him. And he was a game manager for about 7-8 years. We don't criticize him.
Tom Brady had quick tidbit. Tom Brady messed around and put Lawrence Taylor. Go check it out. Lawrence Taylor on his show, and Lawrence embarrassed him because he said the rules you complaining about helped you become the quarterback you became. And everybody understands football. He
benefited from him.
Yeah, not only him.
So that's why I was trying to figure out why he's complaining about it.
But Drew Brees, you can't hit Drew Brees. You saw in the playoff game why it benefit Drew Brees. My guy run through Drew Brees like taco meat, put his neck over there and on Bourbon, and then y'all win a football game off of a legal hit. So my thing is this: football's different now, and you looking at the game is faster. And Brock, and not only Brock, Tua's getting criticized for doing his damn job. He ain't getting the concussion. He doing his job. Now he ain't.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on,
Well,
man.
I think he
it's
ain't
crazy.
criticized how they not beating good teams. They not going out there and handling business.
Brock is beating. Brock beat him. So what?
I'm saying Tua.
Brock is not
The
on.
most
He beat him.
unknown. He said Steve Young a better player than Jerry Rice. No, but he still won MVP because QB position is the most
Come on.
valuable position.
Come on.
Brock should be, but that's the problem I had. Stop giving it. That's one. It's not a QB award. That's not what MVP is.
Yes, it is. In the National Football League, it is.
Yeah,
That's why you
man,
had
And
that
the
many
only
running
reason
backs.
because majority of quarterbacks have won.
and that's why they get
That's
paid.
why is that. That's why. I mean, they touch the ball every time. They touch
Right.
the ball on every offensive possession.
But I'm
Truthfully,
saying,
Ben,
but then you can't complain when they get a large contract. When they get
Truthfully,
this
Ben,
money, this boatload of money, if they took the 4 out of most, and that's what the MVP award is, then you can't complain when they get paid.
I disagree because people just Tom Brady understood it, but
Well,
a lot
he
of
did
people
it in the later years.
No, he did it his whole career. He did it his whole career, Ben.
let me ask you this.
Remember at one time he was the highest paid quarterback and it didn't last that long.
When
Go
Tom
ahead.
Brady threw for a record 50 touchdowns, he had Aaron Hernandez, Gronk, Randy Moss, Kevin Falk in the backfield. Even Fred Taylor was on this team.
Edelman.
Julian Edelman. He threw for a record 50 touchdowns, Ben. With one of the best receivers to ever play the game, one of the best tight ends to ever play the game, another tight end that had the potential to be, he was a receiver, really. And you mean to tell me you're looking at this guy? That's why I say the people that saying anybody can drive the car, and I think Christian should win, but because, in my opinion, it's an unfair assessment. It's laziness. It's laziness. You're not grading these other quarterbacks the same way.
But you comparing to Tom Brady when Tom Brady, like I said, he already laid the foundation. He won a couple Super Bowls before that.
Where was Debo
that's
Samuels?
what I'm saying. Like, you gotta find a quarterback to compare to.
Where was Debo Samuels in your? Was Debo Samuels a top 10 receiver?
Nope.
He's never been my top 10. But,
Okay. So
but that's not the point, though. But that's not the point. He's good in that system. It's just the system.
You're making my point. I said if you take Debo and put him in Jacksonville, he's not Debo Samuels.
But it's Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is masking a lot of his stuff. He's the evil genius.
Anybody can have a good system, but you got to have the right person to run it.
Oh, now y'all want to use my line when I say that. I use that all the time when I say a quarterback. I said
his coach. And
I can pull the receipts on that line. I see. You know I can pull the receipts. Cause I always say if you put a certain player in a system, sometimes the system could be mediocre, but that player can take the system to the next level.
You're telling me Tracy McGrady can play Michael Jordan's role?
No.
I ain't even say that. You said that. You said
no, but that's what you're making it like.
You're saying anybody
say it like that.
You're saying Patrick Mahomes will fit good in this style.
Use somebody that's on the same level, because I think Michael Jordan the best player of all time.
No,
so
but what I'm saying
I
is,
expect him to run Jordan stuff.
You tell Josh Allen, who believes he's a gunslinger, to come over here and throw the ball between 25 to 30 times. Just hand off Chris McCaffrey. He ain't not going to want to play that style. All that style ain't could do. Everybody don't want to play that way. Every quarterback don't want to play that style. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Cam Newton thinks he can come play in San Francisco's offense.
Yeah.
But
hey, now you got a problem with Cam. Now you got a problem with Cam. All right.
No, I ain't got a problem with Cam. I ain't got a problem with Cam. Cam got the right.
You don't got a problem with Mr. Riddler over there?
I ain't got a problem with it. Listen, I had no issue with what Cam said. Only thing I feel like Cam is speaking from a place of he looking at stature. He's 6'5", big strong arm, big strong quarterback. If you take his athletic ability away from Cam Newton and say play quarterback, he's throwing a lot of interceptions.
But I thought that's why y'all drafted Trey Lance, though.
Okay. Well, I
feel like Cam Newton I think Cam Newton would do good in y'all.
Decision making, bro. Decision making.
Shanahan didn't want Trey Lance.
Decision making.
Shanahan didn't want Trey Lance.
That was
John Lynch.
That was John Lynch.
Yeah, front office. But I'm saying the key to playing quarterback is decision making, bro. Decision making. Decision making.
All right. I don't know.
What do you say?
All right, Mark.
Said Ben tripping.
If he wasn't playing like that, they wouldn't be anywhere. We'll see when the Super Bowl come around, because that's gonna be the real test. If he wins Super Bowl, I'm gonna say congratulations for you.
You're gonna be like Michael Parsons said, just waiting on somebody to fail. You
Big time.
waiting on 49 to fail. Like, man,
Oh,
it's always
man.
picking on us.
Hey, look, I must be right, because I'm getting the whole game. If T-Wright was here, Gat was here, it'd be 4-1, but I always hold my own. I'm like,
because you know why? You know why? All of us collectively be unbiased. When I talk about the Saints, just like I said, the Saints are a good team. I'm looking as an analyst and looking at the totality of the thing. You just saying, well, he don't look like the quarterback I would pick, because you don't like short quarterbacks. But Drew Brees was short. You don't like short quarterbacks. You don't like short people in general. I don't understand it, man. Like a midget to catch hell around you, boy.
And he's short. Oh, he's short.
Oh, man.
You think I know, huh? You think I know? You think I be expertise in that area?
But bro, you give a short quarterback that don't have the physical.
Yeah, I don't like short quarterbacks. My quarterback got at least be 6'1" to 6'2".
So when you created the player on the video game, that joke was 6'5", 245.
Most of I made my quarterback about 6'3", you know. All right, the Browns beat the Bears 20-17. The Browns go 9-5. The Bears go to 5-9. I actually talked to a Bears fan the other night. Flowers, you actually beat him in the fantasy playoffs. Walt, he's a Bears fan.
I know. Look, I looked at last night. Look, they had him with a high percentage chance of winning. I said, I think the hell not.
Right. So you beat Walt yesterday, and he called me. And I asked him, I said, what is the Bears' problem with Justin Fields? Because we saw DJ Moore come out this past Sunday. He's like, why y'all keep asking me about Justin Fields? So do you think the coaching staff is just not catering to him? They just like, hey, we can see if you can do the job. If not, we just get a guy we think would do it.
How in the hell can a defensive staff cater to a quarterback?
Right.
Please help me. Please help me.
That don't make no sense.
Because it can't. Yeah, and Justin Fields, they're playing well now towards the end of the year. And obviously the kid can play. I don't think Eberflus is going to be there next year, because even if they don't want to keep Justin Fields and they bring a quarterback in, why would you give the keys to Matt Eberflus? Get somebody in there young, an offensive coach, because that's the way of the league right now. Look at us. We get a younger, better coach, and we went from a 4-12 to we're fighting for a playoff spot right now. All because of one person. Hell, we had majority of the same roster from last year. Just look, better coach, different results. So Justin Fields would do better with an offensive coach, because they could focus on him and coach some of them things that he do. And he's playing better, excuse me. He's playing better now, but he needs to continue to prosper. And like I said before, you get people to speak up for people that they see working hard, like DJ Moore. He sees what Fields is doing, and he makes a point. He's better than some of these kids that's coming out.
Yeah, I'll try to build around Justin Fields. That's what I'll try to do. RC, you think the Bears are going to draft a quarterback this coming up season?
I'm telling you, I think if Michigan loses to Alabama, they get blown out. I think Jim Harbaugh takes the Bears job, goes back to where he played. The possibility that may happen. There's a possibility. Like Eberflus should have never been nobody coach with that last name. I mean, goddamn, I can't even say it about.
It sounds like a disease.
It took me a while to learn.
But I really feel like this, man. Like they keep trying to use this kid as an scapegoat. This kid is awesome. Like you get this kid. If you stick this kid in an offense where offensive-minded head coach is putting him in a position where, they play to his strengths and give him a legit run game, because he's
like
tough.
The coach did for Richardson.
And then I think Detroit better enjoy this year of dominating the way they are, because the Bears are one coach away from being right back on their head. So
they need a revamped defense.
They need Marvin Harrison Jr.
The defense has been top 10 ever since they got Sweat.
They said Sweat have 6 sacks right now, and that leading the Bears.
He has a sack in every game ever since he's gotten traded.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Well, I mean, they're going to have 2 top 7 picks, so
there's no telling what they might do. All right, the Packers beat the Bucks. Beat the Packers 34-20. The Bucks go 7-7. The Packers go 6-8. The Texans beat the Titans 19-16.
Shocker.
The Dolphins blow out the Jets 30-0. I want to bring up something about the Jets. So they said Zach Wilson went to locker room, reported of dehydration. Now it's coming out that he had concussion. I don't know when, but they said his mom said he had concussions like symptoms. So that's why he came out. So the Jets said the Jets fans are saying Zach Wilson is not loyal. He's not for the team.
Man, get out of New York, man.
Oh, wow.
Forget them people, bro. Nobody
What team? What team? The same team that didn't want him there.
Right.
From last year.
How are they gonna say he's not into it? He's not into the team. He's not loyal.
That's
and
crazy.
They don't want him in the first place. They don't want him. So why were they now? They trying to spin it like Zach Wilson don't want to compete for them. He don't want to play for them.
But this the issue I have with fan bases like that. San Francisco have this issue as well. Like, do you really look at your team and truly like analyze and really look at your team and say what's really wrong? Yeah, guys, it's so much bigger than quarterback play with that team. It's the offensive line. The offensive line is horrible, and we knew that going into the season because we talked about it being one of the worst offensive lines. That Aaron Rodgers would go from one of the best to the worst, and how that would work out for him. If you go look at the play, he got hurt. He made a move, and so my thing is, you got to understand it's so much bigger than Zach Wilson, and look at the skill players around him. Like, they don't have a true legit tight end they can get a ball to. They don't have that system. Don't fit him. It fit Aaron Rodgers. That kid can get the hell out of there. I know a place he can go, and he's welcome. Sam Darnold don't re-sign with San Francisco. Come on down and come on to the Bay. Come on to the Bay. We'll take you. I mean, because I feel sorry for him.
He from there. He from the West Coast, so that's
he ain't coming to New Orleans. Y'all, all y'all want, y'all got a trail of ex quarterbacks that used to be good that come to New Orleans.
Y'all need to draft somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they thinking they in build mode, so I don't know what Saints gonna do during the draft. To be honest. All right. The Chiefs beat the Patriots 27-17. Chiefs go 9-5. The Patriots go 3-11. Not the Patriots. The Chiefs had me scared for a moment. Had them on my parlay, but it doesn't matter anyway. The Falcons, they messed that up.
Yeah.
But Tony, did y'all see that play Tony had? Another interception right off his hands.
Right off his hands. And it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like, how they haven't released that guy yet?
They really can't afford it. They can't.
I got a new nickname.
Bring in?
I got a new nickname for Tony.
What's that?
He's the JaVale McGee of the NFL. He's JaVale Tony. Like, he really just dumb. He do some dumb shit, man. It's like his thinker is never on, and I feel like Kansas City must be in really bad shape not to be releasing by now. I mean,
what? My problem with Kansas City, they don't give Rice enough plays, man. Rice is clearly the best receiver on the team.
Hey, he's a rookie.
Eric Bieniemy,
he's the best receiver.
Eric Bieniemy ain't there to draw up new and more, exciting plays and give some ideas. Because guess who's on that staff, Ben?
Mm-hmm.
Nagy.
Nagy. Oh, snap!
Come on, bro.
Yeah, most definitely known. He said a QB in the league can be successful under that terrible Jets O-line. People don't understand they don't have an O-line. Cuts the QB career short. Ask Andrew Luck. Yep.
Oh, he's smart.
90% of the coach's fault. 10% of it was Andrew Luck's fault because he was reckless. But Grigson and company did not put an offensive line around him. It took for Chris Ballard to get there, and by the time Ballard got there and fixed it, Andrew Luck was on his last leg.
But y'all, check this out. The two teams that played in the Super Bowl last year had great offensive line play. Like, so much so that there was not one offensive holding in the Super Bowl. We know that was referee officiating, but still, the Eagles had one of the best offensive lines last year, and the Chiefs did too. So is it not team that when you start team building and you're a general manager, when you want to strengthen your offensive and defensive line, it just
right. That's you build from within. Yeah, you build your trenches.
You got to think though, the Eagles still got their offensive line. The Chiefs lost their tackles. They
Yeah.
couldn't pay them.
They didn't want to pay him. Yep. So
And they,
the
and
line
they are who they are. Whatever their records say they are, that's who they
they
are.
ain't going
Yeah.
far. There's no way. They another ship that got a lot of holes. They got to patch up. The Panthers beat the Falcons 9-7. They said that stadium was empty. Did y'all see a picture of that stadium?
I've seen it. Like a
It was
baseball
a few
stadium.
people there, and happy for the fans that were there that
Right.
witnessed the win. That
was a defensive game. Then Ritter showed his ugly face.
Yeah.
Well, the Falcons had the game won. I mean, he forced
Yeah.
a bad pass in a bad spot. When
Mhm.
it's 4 minutes left in the game, they're
Fourth
in the
quarter.
red zone area. They can kick a field, like run the ball. It's ugly weather. Run the ball, run the clock down, take the point, make Bryce Young beat you.
But
Yep.
no.
I should be an NFL coach.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so simple, huh? It's so just keep it
Oh
simple.
my goodness.
Yeah. Hey, Ben, anybody can do it.
Yeah, just give me a quarterback like Brock. Yeah, it's gonna be real simple.
Yep.
All right. The Lions beat the Saturday games. Just give y'all the final score just in case y'all didn't know. The Lions beat the Broncos 42-17, and the Bengals beat the Vikings 27-24.
Damn. The
All right.
Oh, about my damn coach.
Yeah, I didn't write y'all down. My bad. What's the score, Flowers? Coach won.
30-13.
I forgot to write down that game. Let me see. The Colts won 30-13. Speaking of Colts, Tom Brady came out and said this about what's his name? KZ? Did I say that right?
KZ. Mm-hmm.
KZ on their hit on Michael Pittman. Tom Brady said nobody likes seeing players get hurt, but hard hits happens. QBs should not be throwing the ball in areas where they are exposing their own teammates to these type of hits. Coaches need to coach better. QBs need to read coverages and throw the ball to the right places, and defenders should aim for the right hitting areas. To put the blame on a defensive player all the time is just flat out wrong. Need better QB play, and it's not okay, QBs, to get your receiver hit because of your bad decision.
Did Tom Brady really just say that?
Did he watch the play? Did he watch the play?
He got CTE.
May I?
Yeah.
Where you want me to start? Let me start with the hit first. Because, first of all, Casey was on a mission, and the Steelers were. I'm calling the Steelers out because the horse collar Zach Moss, he couldn't come back in the game. And the hit that Casey put on Michael Pittman Jr. is uncalled for, in my opinion. And I'm an old school guy. I grew up in a time where I seen a lot of hard hits. I loved it. But the older I got, the more I realized you got to take care of people on the field, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, football is a contact sport, but I get tired of hearing you idiots tell me that shit is football. That is not fucking football. That is reckless endangerment on somebody. Because if it's football, okay, if you're trying to make a play on the ball, go for the ball. Knock the ball out of his hand. But no, you want to be Rambo and dive into somebody that's making a dive and catch, and you're diving, you're crown your helmet face front with this man. You're going probably 17, 20 miles an hour, same for him, and y'all are meeting. You could have broke that man's neck. All right? Tom Brady. There is a video clip on Twitter, probably about 1 minute and 32 minutes long, of him throwing receivers into danger. I don't want to hear shit from Tom Brady when he talks about a quarterback should make a better throw. Hell, I've seen you make 100 of them to get people hurt. I seen you get Gronkowski's knee tore up. I've seen you get him concussions. I've seen you get Element hurt. I've seen you get Walker hurt. I can go on and on. I don't want to hear it. But far as that play, it's not part of the game. And I'm tired of people getting on, making like, well, that's football. No, it's not football. That is not football. That is reckless endangerment. Learn how to take care of people on the field. That's all I'm saying. You can play hard and you can play physical, and that what went on with Casey and Michael Pittman Jr. shouldn't go on. I'll take, and it doesn't have to be an Indianapolis player for me to say this. I'm gonna go this way every time.
Right. I seen that play. I'm like, what in the world was he thinking about? Pittman was laying out for the ball, defenseless, trying to make a play, and here you come flying in like a missile. Like what? Let the man, like, if he catch the ball,
Listen, he caught the ball already. He was coming down. Okay, let him come down, touch him down.
Right,
He made
yeah.
the play.
Let him make the play. If he catch the ball, good. Man, that was an awesome catch. But I play safety and I play corner. I have never launched myself, especially if somebody laying out for a ball. I have never done it before.
It's reckless.
I have never done it before. It just blows my mind when I see defenders do that. I'm like, what are your thought process? Like, oh, let me launch myself at this guy's upper body, head, all that to make a play. You ain't making a play. That's dangerous, man. You can hurt yourself and you hurt him.
Like they say, that's the true definition of a defenseless receiver. Because he's laid out, he can't defend himself. That's the true definition of it. Now, somebody going across the middle that catches the ball and have time to brace, that's fair game in my opinion. That's how I grew up. But a play like that, no.
Come on, man. No. That's no place for that.
And he still caught the damn ball. So what did you do?
Nothing. So, RC, do you agree with the suspension for the entire year? Well, it was only 2 games, though, so it really don't.
It wasn't his first offense.
But it's still 2 games. It's like they only got 2 games left, so it might well suspend it for the entire year.
If they made the playoffs, he wouldn't play either.
Okay. He could have paralyzed the guy. He could have put that guy in a bad situation. But with Brady, the whole thing with Brady, I think too. I do understand what Brady's trying to say. It just needs to be said by someone else. Because I watch bad quarterback play like Trubisky lead his receivers into dangerous spots. Sam Darnold did it this past weekend whenever Brock went out.
Derek Carr stayed getting somebody killed.
But Sam Darnold threw a ball to Kittles. It was like a suicide mission. Like, I mean, Sam Darnold believed in his arm, so he, but just saying that Brett Favre used to do, it's a lot of quarterbacks that do that, man. But the defender got to be smarter, man. You got to be smarter. But I think the point will be made. I believe he won't do that shit no more.
Right. Months Unknown said disagree with Flowers. That was a clean hit. Minshew should have been ejected for that terrible pass. KZ went low and hit the receiver as low as he could in the circumstances.
We can agree to disagree, but it's a bad play Unknown.
It's a bad play for both ends. Cause that could have.
Wait a minute. You know what you're telling me, Unknown? That you don't mind reckless play. That's reckless, man. He already made the catch. He's coming down, and KZ makes an extra initiative to make a football play to hit. That's not football, man.
Defenseless,
I understand we grew up watching people get clotheslined and flipped back in the 70s and 80s, but we're trying to take care of people. That's all I'm saying. Yeah,
we're trying to go home to their families.
If this was 30 years ago, people wouldn't care. But we got to evolve, man. We got to evolve and take care of people. That's not a clean football play, man.
And as much we know now, especially with life after football, those type of hits can cripple a guy, and we don't need those hits. They're just uncalled for.
What if what happened last year happened to Michael Pittman Jr. right there? What would we be saying then?
Right. Especially after what happened to DeMar Hamlin. Like, you don't want to see nothing like that on the field.
DeMar, and DeMar's just something that happened that was crazy. They just, how that play happened with them just colliding with each other, and that happened to DeMar. And like I said, I'm not, and I hope this never happens. But Lord, no, it probably gonna happen one day. Somebody's gonna die out there one day. It's gonna happen.
Especially around the neck area and head area. So, man, defenders gotta be smarter than that.
Just take care of each other.
Yes, brotherhood. All right, let's get into our stud and dud, shall we? All right, Flowers, who your stud?
Man, I had a hard time, but I ended up deciding to go with James Cook. Well deserved.
Yes, sir. He showed up and showed out.
This drive. Allen. Here comes Parsons. Runs away. Throws on the run. Has a man. Caught. Touchdown. It's Cook.
like I say, he's evolving because he's running routes at the backfield now. He's become a pass catcher.
What a weapon.
Most
legit
dangerous
pass
back.
catcher.
What a weapon he has.
Mm-hmm. RC, who your stud?
C
Let me
M
guess.
C.
It's another 49ers player.
Yep.
Just another one.
Pick one. Pick one.
All right, let's see.
Gotten better. He just thinks there have been better opportunities led by Purdy. Curls out of trouble. Downfield. Wide open. McCaffrey gets up to run with it for the touchdown.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of defense Arizona was in because
I think he leaked out. He leaked out from what.
What was the safety?
Somebody missed the assignment. My stud
that's a missed assignment.
is my stud is T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Seconds to go. It's 2nd and 10 with 3 receivers to the right. Browning looking. Pressured, throws it deep, and the ball is caught by T. Higgins at the 1-yard line. And it's actually called a touchdown. Somehow Higgins got it across.
Man, I seen that play live. I was rapping gills.
I did.
I was jumping up and down like it was my team. I was like, oh my god, he caught that.
Hey,
See,
Ben.
he can say he 80-20 balls.
Hey, Ben.
What he do?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what Browning did to get that ball there?
I mean, that was a duck. It was more T. Higgins.
Okay. Which makes my point.
Hi.
Hey, which makes my point. Browning got the ball to T. Higgins. He just threw it up there to a great receiver. That's a great big body receiver. And but Browning still got it off because he had 3 guys in his face. They got trade bait in Browning, man. They got some trade bait.
They really do.
Yeah, what he tell Minnesota, he said you shouldn't effing cut me.
Look, that was a moment right there.
Right, he was screaming, boy. He had tears coming out his eyes when he said that.
They cut him 3 times, man.
Right. RC, who your dud?
Dakota.
Michael Parsons. He over there, shaking his head at you.
He'll be all right.
Prescott throws high, and it's intercepted. It's Benford who's got it taken down. Bills take over.
I'm guessing he was trying to CeeDee Lamb out there in the flat.
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the guy.
Yep. And my thing is this. We need to stop overreacting when they do great and overreacting when they do bad because quarterback is a tough position. And until we see them check off boxes where they failed a couple of times, like when Dak wins that playoff game and gets over the hump like when LeBron did, he's gonna silence a lot of critics. I ain't a critic of his. I think he's an exceptional quarterback, but trying to make him the MVP because he's beating up on the Commanders and the Giants, that was bad. They just wouldn't bowl with him.
That was his moment though. If he wins that game and have a great game, he's in the head. He's in the forefront.
All right, Flowers, who your dud?
Desmond Ritter.
Get this sorry joke.
Well, he's obviously taught that to some of the other guys up and down the line of scrimmage. Here comes Ritter. He was just able to get away from the pressure, but he throws a pick. Taken away by Xavier Woods. And the turnover bug comes to bite Desmond Ritter in the foul.
See, that's why people be saying Vegas be making comments.
Yeah, that's what. Like it's like 3 shirts around that one receiver. Oh my word! See, that's why I couldn't be a coach, man. I have so many broken headsets, man.
God, as soon as that happened, I sent you the message. Dud.
Bro, I believe that's the same play Brett Favre made in the NFC Championship game. It's the same where he's running that way, he throws it back across the middle field for no reason. Like, who are you throwing it to, Brett?
The Rice.
I think Brett Favre is worse because of circumstance.
Yes,
right.
And they in field goal range with one of the best kickers in the National Football League. What's their kicker last name? It's a funny name. Hold down.
Young Ho.
Young Ho.
Yeah, Young Ho. Cool.
Yeah.
That's the Young Ho kid.
My dud is Who was my dud? Oh, don't tell me I didn't upload the video. Hold on, let me check. But my dud was Collins. I don't have it on here. Well, dang. I guess I'll show it
Who did you say?
on IG. Let me check my online drive. I thought I uploaded it.
Who did you say your dad was?
Nick
He
Mullins.
said
Nick Mullins.
himself, but he can't upload it.
Oh, here it is. I never downloaded it. My bad. Still in my OneDrive. All right. See, can I pull it up now?
Nick Mullins, USM product.
Shoot, I got labeled.
Hey,
Yeah,
Nick,
he put Southern Miss in a bad spot with that throw.
he used to be a quarterback up for a team, I know.
49ers, right? But he was trying to be a hero though. That's what his problem was. All right, so here's the video. I got it now. Sorry about that, fellas.
Damn, Nick
Mullins.
Mullins pressured again, and he gets dropped by B.J. Hill. Did he lose the ball on top of it? The refs say yes. It is a turnover.
Look at this right here. He's going down, but he's not down yet. He throws it up. It deflects off of B.J. Hill, and he able as the ball bounces around.
I actually seen a
big boy.
I actually seen a couple of quarterbacks do this year. Actually, I seen a couple of quarterbacks do it this past game. When they going down, they trying to throw the ball. I think Trevor had one versus the Ravens. Like, why are they doing that? Why are they just not taking the sack?
Listen, man. You look at that bad offensive line play. Did you see that offensive line?
Boy, he shouldn't threw the football. What he's doing?
I understand that, bro. I understand that. But with some of the stuff, we got to start. Look at the offensive lineman that's trying. The guy that y'all let go. That kid is really good.
Trey Henderson.
Yeah, Trey Henderson's a man.
He came. He never was touched. He never was blocked. Truly, like that's unbelievable. Nick Mullins. He was frightening.
Right.
Whoa, like hit the ball. Don't hit me. I ain't got it. Ain't got the ball. He got
quick.
You gotta block somebody, Minnesota.
That was terrible. All right, we'll go on the fast break. Let's talk about the Lakers real quick. All right, that song, that beat I just heard is from Keys. The name of the song is called Score. We'll be playing the song at the end of the show. So watch out for that. Give it a listen.
Look out now.
Shout out to Keys for sending us the song.
Look,
right.
that and that fast break caption goes together pretty good.
Yeah, it does. All right. Y'all know the Lakers hung the end season tournament champion banner the other night. Just to get blown out. Well, they didn't get blown out. They got beat. No, by the Knicks. So, RC, do you think the Lakers overexerted themselves during the end season tournament championship to know the win it all?
I have to admit something. This is the first year of my Laker fandom where I watched probably 4 games. I am over the LeBron James Laker experience. I'm tired of all the different players. I'm tired of the narratives he's trying to create on his own. I'm tired of it's just I honestly can't. It'll be poor and bad sports analysts. It'll be lazy, and I'll be a lazy analyst to give you any kind of feedback on what I've seen for the Lakers because I watch the Wizards before I watch the Lakers. I have no interest.
Dang.
I'm tired of the Lakers. You hang a banner, an in-season banner, and you have a losing record. You have a losing record post hanging the banner. And so it just, man, basketball to me is just not fun no more, man, because they messed up what I loved as a kid. They trying to create excitement versus just staying true to the game. And you trying to make something more than what it really is. And when you don't need it, you have the player. So y'all take this.
What you think about? You think the Lakers put too much energy in their end season tournament?
Nah.
Just winner. You don't
Nah, they
think
ain't
so?
put too much. They ain't put too much energy in it. Hell, they ain't beat nobody. Indiana's a young, fat. Look, if it would have been the Bucks would have drug them. The Bucks didn't take Pacers serious. Pacers ended up winning that game. Look what happened to the Pacers after that. Giannis comes and drops 64 just to prove a point. So the Lakers, like I say, when we talked about it, they trapped Halliburton, turned them into, a team that they weren't gonna run up and down the court with them and shoot with them. That's what the Pacers wanted. AD dominated the game, but post in season tournament, you want to hang that stupid ass banner over there,
Now they
and
partying.
celebrate it. Maybe 20 years from now it'll be more relevant, but 'cause I guess it'll be more of a thing. I guess from 20 years from here. Right now, it's not gonna touch. It's
That's
not
just
gonna touch our souls.
that's just weird. You hanging an end season tournament champion banner amongst your
It's,
great banner, amongst your championship banners. Like that's just weird. That's just weird in my opinion. That's just
that's like celebrating a division title in high school
title.
football or something like that. In my opinion,
It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't give you the trophy. It doesn't give you the NBA trophy at the end of the season. Like
It just
I
goes to
understand,
show
like
you.
why you gotta need to hang a banner? Like just celebrate it. Like yeah, we got the trophy. Put the trophy in the trophy case, and that'd be it. Why you had to have a whole ceremony?
It goes
because
against
they're the
everything.
first.
It goes against everything the Lakers. This is the thing I want y'all to understand. And I think I've done a very poor job of relaying my messages tonight, but I'm gonna make this one clear. We are in the era of entertainment. Sports is
Yep.
based, everything's about entertainment. We're trying to get on this thing every week and give our opinions on about what we see, but we also basing off what we already seen before. And it don't match.
Yeah,
The
don't
fun
mesh.
has been taken completely out of the game. Like we're watching a guy who's in his 21st season or 20th season at 30. He's the best player on his team. How? The league's so watered down that he's still playing at a high level because there is no guy down low that scares you. You have Draymond doing all. It's just flat out bad. Out of the three sports, it's the worst because night in and night out, you're getting something that's catered to, someone who wants to watch them run up and down the court and shoot 3-point shots. Man, it's just boring. It's not fun anymore. And maybe I'm old now. Maybe I'm just washed, but I don't look at it and be like, oh, I can't wait to catch a game tonight.
Yeah, I used to be so excited to watch Laker games. Now I just look at it, see what LeBron like, how the Lakers gonna lose, how they gonna look. It's just the entertainment value of the NBA has gone down tremendously. It was more about superstars rivalries, team rivalries. I don't even know is there even team rivalries anymore?
The Lakers want to be rivals with the Nuggets, but they never hit them back. So,
Like where the team rivalries? The Lakers and Celtics.
They're trying so hard because they play on Christmas. They're trying to keep that one going, but the Celtics are gonna beat the Lakers on Christmas.
yeah.
Yeah, my son known said Kobe would have never agreed to this. NBA trying to gain viewership by doing something different. That's why I call it a gimmick, Flowers. Because usually when you do something like this, you trying to sport excitement.
Persuade, yeah. I mean,
Which is a gimmick. That's the WWE.
The color of the floors.
But listen,
You
man.
Right,
change
it's a
jersey
gimmick.
colors.
Listen. No matter how you feel about LeBron James, he's good. He's too good to have to do this. Like, dude, you don't need to count the bubble championship and then this thing to pad your like a legacy should be like I always used to hear this growing up. Let other people say how great you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
His energy is padding his legacy. Like if you can write it, then how great is it? If you can control the narrative, how great is it? So my thing is Anthony Davis is supposed to be the best player in the NBA or at least on that team, and he's not. And that tells me all I need to know about the state of the NBA. So, hey.
I bet it. Well, Ja Morant, he made his debut tonight. Man, he had 34 points, and they got the win over the Pelicans, 115 to 113.
So he got the win against Fat. Let me tell you something, man. Fat Joe, that called me Fat. Let me tell you something, bro. My problem with and Charles Barkley tried to criticize dude. He didn't criticize. He tried to be honest with it. Zion is not fat, dog. Zion mentally is unhealthy. He's obese mentally. And I'm explaining what I'm trying to say. people body shame this dude because they want him to look like Larry Johnson. But his mom and daddy made him. I haven't seen neither one of his parents, but I guarantee you he come from family members where they got a little meat on their bone. His issue is not his weight; it's his work ethic.
Yep.
And
Yep.
his childish and very immature and very obese mindset, like his very careless mindset with the decision he's made over, with the girls and all that plays into your career. Like when they're talking about he need to get in shape, he need to get in shape mentally.
Yep.
You can't force greatness on people. They gotta want to be great. And right now I believe he's being forced to be something that he's not. But far as him, he's too heavy, he's too this. That kid's been playing at that weight, been playing like that all his life.
He's used to it.
Yes.
Right.
He's not, and then is he banging every night against Shaq?
No.
So he could be the aggressor every night. Remember Julius Randle came in, he was heavier and he got his weight down. But who is really gonna bang with Zion Williamson?
Nobody.
Okay, so my thing with Zion is it's do he want to be in New Orleans and is he willing to work his ass off to be the greatest player in the game? I don't think he do either one.
Like you say, he might just love the lifestyle now.
Yeah. That and somebody need to tell him, whoever told him to put that big ass hoop in his ear. Michael Jordan game was so good he could wear hoops in his ear in big suits. He can get away with it. This dude got a big old hoop in his ear and won't comb his hair.
That's crazy, right?
All right. At halftime, the Celtics are beating the Warriors 65-62. The Suns are beating the Trailblazers 55-48. And the Bucks beat the Spurs 132-119. I have a video I want to show y'all before we end the show. If y'all new to the show and listening, do something for me. Like and subscribe and hit the notification button so you know next time we go live. We usually go live on Mondays and Fridays, but since it's the holidays, we had to switch things up a little bit to meet people's schedules. All right, I had this video. I thought it was hilarious. I saw on IG. Hopefully y'all can see it. It might be in the IG ratio.
Draymond's Hall of Pain.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is proof anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
Green just plows right over Nurkic. And now Green runs over Nurkic, and he'll be called for the foul. And they're going to take a look at this. What's going on with that? Wow. You've got a full-on breakage going on. They're swinging each other around. Gobert gets in there. Draymond's got him in a headlock. They were going at each other's heads. That was serious.
Draymond right there. So he grabs Draymond's leg right there. Now Draymond steps on him.
Oh, he grabbed him by the throat. Oh, he threw a punch too.
He's finished.
He grabbed him by the throat and threw a punch.
Wow.
That's the RKO.
That was Jordan Poole at the end.
This is what Draymond wants to be known for, right?
A bad boy.
I mean,
Come up with that. That was good, man. That was
gimmick.
good.
It's more of somebody being an idiot and a bully, and amongst other things. Like you don't look up Draymond Green's name and you don't see him making great basketball plays, because outside of the stupidity that we're watching of him clotheslining, stepping on people, putting people in a chokehold, slapping people, kicking people in the nuts. Right. Draymond Green is a smart basketball player, but it's being overshadowed by this bull.
Man,
but it's his own fault.
Is that what Draymond? Yeah, like he have high basketball IQ, but he just do the dumbest stuff. Like they show Rudy Gobert. Why you gonna put Rudy in a choke? Rudy didn't know
all Rudy was trying to do is just separate Clay and the McDaniels guy, and here comes Draymond with this vicious chokehold. Rudy didn't know what was going on. Rudy got panicked and lost all the damn breath.
Man, y'all gotta understand. Draymond is stuck he's in the wrong era. He's screaming to be in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. He's stuck in the wrong era, man. It's aggravating.
And like sometimes I only think he's interested in playing basketball. I think he's trying to see what he can do, get away with.
Oh my goodness.
I remember he like shoved Anthony Edwards and he said, "What you gonna do about it?" You know, because audio you can hear the audio. I'm like, because he know they weak and they soft, bro. And I'm gonna tell you
Right.
one thing about Draymond that he understands too. Ain't nobody gonna hit him. Ain't nobody gonna touch him. Bro, do you realize he knocked the shit out of Nurkic and Nurkic was up there was they need to get
On
to
the
the
ground, just laying down, looking like
Right.
a damn fool.
at the press conference, Nurk said, what's wrong with the man? He need to get something going on in his life. I'm thinking
Glad
to
he didn't
myself,
choke
like,
me.
you just got the hell slapped out of you and you didn't do nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
It just kind of
Look.
almost remind me of the Run Artest incident when he elbowed
Oh,
hard in
man.
the head.
Oh man, that was bad. He could have killed him on national TV. Like
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Laker fan then at that time, really trying to really get another ring out of Kobe. And when Artest did that, it's like the world stopped. He knocked James Harden. James Harden ain't been the same since that play. That
They ain't
had
been
to
the
be,
same ever since.
man, he knocked the spirit out of me.
What his name at the time? Metal World Peace?
Metal World Peace.
He
It
said
wasn't
he
Metal
didn't
World
realize
Peace at that time.
he said he did not realize he did it. He didn't know he
Ain't
did
no way, ain't no RC. And I've heard him say this, but ain't no effing way he
Bro,
didn't
you ever
see
met
James Harden. He's up
you ever
here
met
doing all this pumping and just turning around.
you ever met
You gotta know
somebody
this
that was
man's not behind you.
He
And
ran
then when you
past him.
hit him, you go all the way through with it.
Right. He was literally right beside him. He raised his elbow all the way up and did this.
No remorse. And like I said, once he made contact, hell, if you hit somebody with your damn elbow, you gonna realize you gonna turn around like, damn.
Yeah.
You know, I hit some. No.
Yeah, Artest is crazy too, because I believe it was a game where he was playing for the Rockets and he kind of got like he almost gave Kobe some sugar. That's how close he was
Oh
to
yeah,
Kobe.
I remember that.
And Kobe was just like, and Artest was just, and I'm like, this dude is really crazy. So yeah, Draymond up there with Artest, man. But Artest, he didn't do that to Ben Wallace, did he? He knew who he met.
He found some fans to fight in the stands.
Look, I was more upset. Let me talk about that. I was upset with Serge Ibaka and company more than Metal World Peace. Y'all let that man do that to y'all teammate?
Yeah.
Right.
Same
it'll be another Malice in the Palace.
Same thing with Gobert and his Karl Anthony Towns is right there. And look, if we playing basketball, if it's me, you, and RC, T-Gat, and Tyler, if somebody is choking one of y'all, I'm about to choke him. What you talking about?
I'm about to do an 8-time stomp.
If you don't get off my man like that, like what's going on here?
This dude, he's tested the temperature of the NBA, and he knows that there are no dogs that move that smoke. Like I'm gonna tell you, you got a coach calling the player a bitch. Like you got a coach calling players bitches, and LeBron was like, you could not have done that to Michael Jordan or Dennis Rodman or any. This is a different time, man. These guys are just different. And so they come to the gym with their pants on, look like their pants on backwards. Their pants so tight. So I mean,
not with videos of Houston Rockets players. Who was that?
Okay. Yeah, Jalen Green hunching.
Yeah, Jalen Green and AD and those guys. Ain't no hard guys in the NBA. Most known, he brought up the Clippers on an 8-game winning streak. Kawhi been averaging 30. He's right, man. Clippers been balling. Kawhi, he ruined one of my tickets.
Most unknown. I want to tell you this. Let's reserve our opinion to the playoffs because we know what James Harden do.
I agree.
James Harden act like the U.S. government when you ask them a question they can't answer. They get lost.
But
so
you know what though? See, I will say this. The one thing now, James Harden can fall down to a third or fourth option now.
Yeah.
With the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George can hide him in the playoffs. He doesn't have to be the number 2 guy behind Embiid like last year because we know he's gonna fold in a manner like that. But let's see him with a great coach like Tyronn Lue, and I hope they keep it up. Look, they're not surprising me. I've been paying attention. Like I say, but this is a regular season. Let's see it in the playoffs.
You do got 4 guys. He used to be the best, some of the best players in the league. I think can they keep the health part of it? But I
Yeah.
at one point in time, as a diehard Laker fan, I wanted the Clippers to never win. But now I don't give a damn. Go for it, Clippers. Go for it.
Go for it.
A lot of homebodies on that team. Like I like the story because there's a lot of homebodies. Paul George, Kawhi, Westbrook, Harden. They're all from that area.
Yep.
Paul George grew up a Clippers fan. You know, he didn't
You
mind playing
lying.
for him and stuff like that. So
You lying.
he wanted to be a Laker, did he?
How you grew up a Clippers fan, but you love Kobe? Make it make sense.
You're right about that.
Well, it's almost that time of year when NFL is wrapping down and the NBA getting pushed more to the forefront now. So definitely gonna be tuning in to a lot more games, especially with RC Hookup. Appreciate that. Been watching a lot of football. All right, we are brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game. Use Bet Us. There's a sports book. They right now have NFL, NBA, hockey going on, college basketball.
Bowl
so
season.
Use Bet Us to place your bets, win big. Flowers, you want some money this week. I want some money. RC wants some money. So hey, announcement, guys. We think about starting a I don't want to call it a gambling lounge. Maybe we might can keep it a gambling lounge.
Yeah, the lounge. We talking gambling. That's
so we're gonna create a Discord. Cause a lot of people ask me, man. Ever since they found out we do Bet Us, they've been asking like, man, how can I get in y'all group chat? Can I like, bro? It's not. It's like it's really just between us three because we good friends and everything. But since everybody want to get in the group chat, I want to just create a Discord. That way, free. You can get in there. We talk about what we plan for the day. Like I don't start doing this too. Like because sometimes I place a card without saying anything. But if I'm gonna place a card, I'm just post it, send it out. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking about doing this, whatever. I'm just playing around. Y'all can use it, whatever. So. Like the Brico said, he's like, hey, let's spread the money. Spread the money around.
Add them to the chat and the text, man.
The Brico.
I've been a little hesitant because I don't want to flood y'all messages, you know.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. That's why I said I think a Discord would be good. Cause the Brico came to me. Justin came to me. Couple of guys from the neighborhood came to me. They're like, hey, can we get in that? Cause they do Underdog and some other stuff. So
yeah, I would love it. Conversate.
Me too.
Let's talk.
Yeah, guys.
Let me say this: we all have great ideas. Like you and RC had great suggestions. You know, RC and you won this past weekend, and I was busy going back and forth for some stuff, so I really wasn't betting. But you know, just to look at y'all stuff and see it hit, and I'm thinking like I be giving people stuff. You know, we all give each other stuff. And if we could just combine our minds,
right,
and maybe we could win more if if we all just put in the effort to do it.
And with the Discord, we'll let y'all into a little secret that I stumbled upon a couple days ago. So we'll put that website out there for y'all, which give y'all great insight. I mean, it's pretty point on with some of the underdog, like I said, but you gotta be wise, like on certain players, like, well, you know, they got under, 4, but they got the over at 6. Do I really want to play that? Do I want to do stuff?
Right.
So we're gonna create the Discord. I might get started on this weekend, get it fixed up. And we also gonna post stuff from the show, updates. When we're going live, videos. If y'all have videos, y'all can send them into the Discord. So it's gonna be an all one-stop shop where y'all can talk sports and talk about the bets and anything else. So all right, we will be back. Christmas Monday, so we will be back maybe Friday.
Oh, 1 second before y'all go. How crazy is it that the University of Southern Cal played Alabama State tonight in basketball, but guess who was the home team?
Wasn't it Alabama
State? So how was that money paid out? It says the Pac-12 / SWAC Legacy Series. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I don't know.
Look, hopefully Alabama State got paid a good penny.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we'll be back Not Monday, Friday. I don't have the date. Just follow me on IG. That's where I post the most. IG and Facebook. Follow us there for more show times and when we're going live. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Now I'm about to play the song by Keys called Score. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Hey.
See you.
Yeah. It's Keys. Yeah. Man, every time I turn around, they always worried about what I'm doing. Facts. Why is that? Cause I'm blessed. I want the ball in my hand. I want to run at the score. I want to take the last shot. We winning or not? We winning or not? We winning or not? I want the ball in my hand. I want to run at the score. I want to take the last shot. We winning or not? We winning or not? We winning or not? They so concerned with keys. Why they so worried about keys? I'm about to run at the score. Drop all threes. Moving like ghosts. Didn't mean no boast. Keep talking about what they gon' do. Keys, who you f*** with? Not you. Can't take no breaks. It's no days off. Money keep calling. It ain't no stalling. Put me in the game, you know that I'm ballin'. Haters always talking. Partner keep hating. Sit on the bench. Three in your face. Splash. I want the ball in my hand. I want to run at the score. I want to take the last shot. We winning or not? We winning or not? We winning or not? I want the ball in my hand. I want to run at the score. I want to take the last shot. We winning or not? We winning or not? We winning or not? I'ma secure that bag. Don't got time to waste. Stack all blue faces in different cases. I'm bad. You smell my scent. I'm getting to the money. It's common sense. How many points you drop? How many you assist? How many shots you take? How many bricks? No double. I just dropped the triple. You don't know me. You don't. Stay the f*** on my business. I want the ball in my hand. I want to run at the score. I want to take the last shot. We winning or not? We winning or not? We winning or not? I want the ball in my hand. I want to run at the score. I want to take the last shot. We winning or not? We winning or not? We winning or not? Either way, I'ma get it. Won't even do 4 quarters, you feel me?